This. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if you can barely see us. My guest here. Come in tight, Randy. Right here.
It is
right. It's a little muddy, but don't worry about it.
All right.
My guest, Randy, is it Valerio?
Valerio.
Valerio. Yeah, I was confused. It's, but it's very surfer-y. I like that.
Sounds like venereal disease.
That
kind
too.
of.
Yeah. All right, for time's sake, because it's late, this is our first nighttime shoot. I'm just going to try and spark this thing. I soaked this earlier with lighter fluid. Sorry, I'm Handren Seavey. This is Fireside Chat. I think we need... No. Grab lighter fluid. Yeah, that's all we need.
So do you always travel with a flint?
I wear this necklace all the time. Yeah, my buddy makes them and sells them. The guy was saying that did the Appalachian Trail and shit.
Is this a Maine thing? Or just like a...
He makes them because he's like does survival stuff. He's on like Naked and Afraid and shit like that. Boom. That's how you do it.
That works a lot better than I thought.
That's how you do it. You just gotta throw one in there to get it going.
You can't see in the low light. The thing he was striking was about the size of a half a match.
Yeah, it's that right there.
It's really tiny.
They've seen it. Viewers of the show know. I use it most times.
But, give me one of those.
Well, you can buy them from them right online. Human Nature Hospital.
In case I ever get caught out in the woods of Los Angeles.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can fly with them. They get on planes just fine.
Are you allowed to? I think you're allowed to fly with a lighter though too, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I know you're not allowed to fly with lighter fluid. They frown upon that.
But there's fluid in the lighters.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Beer.
These are going pretty good. We're going to spread them out and get our cooking started soon. But what is your experience with camping, fires, cooking around fires?
Oh man.
Tell everybody where'd you grow up? You grew up in New York.
I did. So I grew up in New York City. I grew up in Queens. Obviously very different than Maine where you grew up.
Yeah.
In the inner city, took the subway to school, that kind of shit. But I always loved...
You took the subway to school?
Yeah, man. I used to walk to elementary, middle school, just like, because they were like, a mile from my house.
Yeah.
Just walk.
How young are we talking you're just walking?
I mean, I was walking to school by myself by the time, was it 7 or 8?
Yeah.
It was in New York in the 90s, so it wasn't
up
like
with
normal, it wasn't safe.
along the way?
I mean, all the kids in the neighborhood went to the same school, so like, it's kind of like...
You see the same kids.
Yeah, you kind of wander all the same way. But then I remember like, shit, man, my brother was like in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I was in 5th grade, and I would pick him up in kindergarten and walk him home. So like I was a 10-year-old watching a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
but that was like perfectly acceptable in 1991.
Oh yeah.
However old, 1993 when I was 10.
By the time my oldest brother was 12, my parents were like, no more, we don't have to pay for babysitters.
Oh yeah.
We were watching them.
Oh man, we were
younger. Because it was like 12, 5 and 9, 12, 8, and then I was like 4.
Yeah, I would say by the time my sister was 8 or 9 and I was, 7 or about 7, they would leave us home alone for a stretch.
Yeah.
And the rule was, if don't answer the door if the doorbell rings.
Yeah.
But that was it. I mean, you answer the phone, whatever else. But obviously we answer the phone because we assume it's them calling to check in on us.
Phone rings. Hello, who is this? We're outside. Can you open the door?
We're outside.
Well, this is the phone. So.
We're gonna rob you. But anyway, so I used to love watching PBS, like nature documentaries.
Yeah.
Nature and all those things, because that was like well before Planet Earth, the only place you can get like nature documentaries was PBS.
Yeah.
And it was nature.
Oh yeah, Nova.
Nova and nature. Yeah. So I always used to love the outdoors, love watching like all the animals and shit like that. So finally, when I broke out of New York, I went to college, and I had some friends who were from different parts of the country, backpackers, campers, shit like that. And finally, I would say it's probably 23. The very first time I had like a legit campfire. I graduated from college. I went to Jackson, Wyoming with my then girlfriend.
Beautiful.
Yeah, over the
Jackson
summer.
Is fucking amazing.
Jackson
Hole, for those who may not know or be in the know. So that was your first camping experience?
Yeah, so we went out there.
You must love camping.
Oh, dude, I fucking love it, dude. Love it. I mean, yeah, because I got to see the Milky Way for the first time. Like, you barely see some stars in New York City.
So you never did,
but in Jackson, it was like the whole sky was lit up with a straight beam of light.
New Yorkers go to Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire during the summers and stuff, or go to like summer camps up there, or just take family trips. You guys never did any of that?
No, we were poor. You know, so like the country to me before I turned, 18 and 19, no, it was like going to Austin, which is like 20 minutes north of it's like Westchester County, like just north of Manhattan. And that was like country because they had grass and like the house had driveways. But it wasn't country, it was just a suburb. Yeah. But to me, that was like, oh, we're in nature out here. Yeah. So that was, I really learned what nature was when I went to Jackson. And it was incredible. I fell in love with it. So then I started, backpacking, camping, hiking, all that stuff in earnest. Like most.
So you went in deep.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So that's like, outside of comedy, it's my biggest hobby. But then actually the best part was a couple of years ago, I had the chance to go elk hunting in the West Gunderson Range in western Colorado for like 3 weeks. We were like in the woods, four riding horses, 4 pack horses.
Rifle?
Me and 3 other guys, rifles, hanging out of a sidearm because bears and shit. And
bears, everybody, bears.
Bears. Awesome time. I mean, we had to like fell trees. Yeah. To keep, because it was fucking freezing in October. And that's the only way we're heating, cooking, warm up water, clean ourselves.
I love that you use that word because I have a joke there. I talk about how I'm not a hipster because I actually know how to fell a tree. And,
that is a good turn of a phrase, by the way.
And then I say to anybody, I was like, hey, who here even knows what fell a tree means? And like usually it would be like 10% of the people. Oh yeah. Everybody else has no fucking clue.
Yeah. A lot of people wearing Patagonia. Nobody ever actually been to Patagonia.
No. All right, we're gonna get the food items going here.
All right.
Do a little cooking. It's always kind of hobo cooking for us here. Very simple, but it's tasty.
Dude, that's how you do it at camping, man. You gotta pack that shit in, pack it out. So we didn't. We go with usually go with like sausages. Yeah. It's a good one to fire up. Or you can just get slabs and like straight cuts of beef and grill them on the grill.
Have you been watching the show? Yeah, you go back over. That's what we do every time. This time I made it a little fancier. I brought some tortillas. I'm gonna try and see how well I can like steam next to it. Yeah. We're gonna spread this out a little bit.
What's the biggest fire you've ever built?
In my life? I mean, I
assume in rural Maine you can fucking let a whole forest on fire, no one knows.
Well, my cousin did start a forest fire one time.
I wouldn't. Is there like a statute of limitations on that? I don't know.
No, he got caught. Oh. The cops, they found him.
He's a bad arsonist?
They were lighting off fireworks in this field. Like around where I grew up, there's a lot of areas. I'm not gonna have that out in the public. A lot of areas like former pastures, like out in these woods where you'll go for like 3-4 miles in the woods before you ever see another road. Yeah. But that's just within our town. That's like how the town was set up. But within those trails and shit in the woods, you find these like meadows and clearings, and what they are is they're former pastures from like way back when there was different farms there that aren't there anymore. Yeah, but you still have these meadow places in the middle of the woods, and they were out in one of those that we'd go out to all the time, and they were lighting off fireworks, and it caught the grass on fire, and about 2 acres went up.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty big fucking fire.
You want to grab the lighter fluid again? Because we're going to have to...
Don't light yourself on fire.
I have not done that. Woo! There we go.
Is there anything more fun than spraying lighter fluid onto a fire?
Nothing more fun. I'm going to set these, we're going to turn them. Yeah, and then these we're going to put right on there.
I've never done it that way, right on top of the aluminum foil. I like that.
Yeah, because it kind of bakes it in there. Sometimes
it cooks faster too.
It does cook faster. That's why I was spreading them out and not having it as a pile, because I figured when it's a pile, it gets hotter in there. Thank you for the light. That's a good idea. It kind of like it seals it in too, and helps cook it faster inside.
I have to fish like that. That was fun.
Step in this.
We caught some fish.
Yeah.
And
just as a side piece, like you were hunting for something else.
No, not on that trip. So I took again, this is another great trip I had. Me and my buddy rented an RV, and we'd gone to Montana twice. This was the second time. The second time we rented an RV. The first time we just camped throughout it. Yeah. We rented an RV and we just pull it off onto a dirt road and get up near a lake or a river. And we saw some fish hooks and just throwing out lines. And I didn't catch shit, but so I gave up and just started rolling a joint. My buddy kept going, and he caught a fucking thing. I mean, it was like enormous. Nice. And
was it trout or something?
I guess, yeah. Or even gar or some shit. I don't know. But it was fucking big ass fish. And we was like in the morning, so we're like, what do we do? It's like, I guess we're having fish for breakfast. We grabbed the tinfoil, wrapped it up, put it on the fire. It's awesome.
Did you gut it and everything first?
Yeah.
I mean, of course.
Haven't gutted an animal yet, though. I'm sure you have. Haven't gutted an animal.
I've gutted chickens, turkeys. I've helped with a deer.
Okay.
And rabbit. Maybe I've done a full pig. I don't know.
That's cool.
Pigs. Well, we used to do pig also in science class. I remember.
Some roast pigs inside that?
No, but you would dissect a pig heart and stuff because it's the most similar to a human heart.
It is odd that pig beats are similar.
Yeah, and then they want you to fit there. That's weird that they did that in science class. Like, this most resembles a human heart. So
I bet of domesticated animals, of like livestock. I'm sure a chimp heart is probably most similar. But locking down a chimp is tough to come by. Really? No?
No, it's not.
Wow, I didn't know that.
No, as far as hearts go, the pig heart is most similar to human.
Does anybody have a pig heart transplant? Is that possible?
They do.
What? Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, valves and stuff from pigs.
I've heard of valves, like the whole heart.
I don't know if they've done a whole heart yet. But a buddy of mine who was in the Marines, they would have to do. He was like the medic for his squad. He wasn't a corpsman, but within the. I don't know what they call it, a gang?
Yeah, platoon.
No, but it was a squad, like the smaller than the platoon. Within the squad, one person gets extra medical training in case you lose your corpsman.
Okay.
So one of you guys still has like the
Some
training.
knowledge. Yeah.
And they did it on these pigs, and they would pretty much like cut the pig's fucking throat, and you have to save it, and you bring it back to life.
A live
then,
pig?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's intense.
And then once they do that, and they just and then they like inject it with poison, you have to fucking bring it back, and they do all these things to them.
Really?
And you just
Where
have
is
to
PETA Tesla protest initiative?
They do it in Canada.
Okay.
So that's how they get away with it.
Which is funny that PETA would protest that, because obviously you don't want to kill pigs, but clearly you wouldn't want humans dying in war. So I would imagine you got to make some sort of.
Yeah, to practice. You think I mean, I guess it's also a practice of the Marines where they're like, you could practice on a fake thing and get all of the literal physical skills, but you wouldn't
The
have
adrenaline rush of saving a life.
of actually saving a life. Yeah.
So do you eat all your meals out here, Andrew? Is this your kitchen?
I mean, when we were on the bus, when my wife and I were on the bus, we cooked by fire like, at least 4 days a week.
That's the best.
And every morning it would be get up and we have a little stove in the bus, a little 2-burner propane stove, and we'd start coffee and cook breakfast on that. And it was basically like a camp stove.
I love doing that, man. I did about a month. We were just driving in my buddy's car, but had all the gear in the back. We pitched tent camp every night. And it just felt so great to have everything
What is it
needed or
about
wanted on there. But I think the freedom of it. It's like I can be wherever I want. No one's looking for you in Montana.
Oh, everybody was looking for us, but yeah. That's why we did it. We were fucking on the lam, student loans. Just
is that what it was?
But what is it though about? I think it's also like a lack of choices or things that you think you have to do or anything. So it's like all you have to do is set up the tent, start the fire, and then just be here.
Yeah, it's almost like you get rid of like the higher level thinking. Like it's like, oh, I have to worry about my basic needs for the day. I can't worry about email.
Yeah.
I can't worry about whether or not,
There's
I got an email from a
laundry to
booker.
fold.
The laundry.
One dish to do.
Yeah, it's like well, you have to worry about feeding yourself, getting to the next spot, setting up the tent so you have somewhere to sleep, and I think that makes you appreciate how good you actually have it. Like when you're back here worrying about shit that is kind of frivolous when you're worried about eating.
Yeah. And the other thing too is, I think when you're younger, times of down, like where you have just downtime and there's nothing to do, for some reason, like because your mind hasn't been filled with enough things to think about, you find that boring. You're like, I'm bored. There's no way I am not bored. The only time I was fucking bored, I went to the Magic Castle on Tuesday.
What's the Magic Castle?
It's where a bunch of incels do shit, and
incels do shit. Okay, we'll leave it very vague.
No, it's a magician place.
Okay.
It's like a famous one. It's the fucking famous magician place in Hollywood. You go have dinner, watch shows and shit.
Gotcha.
It's really cool. But some of the magicians were so fucking terrible, and I was like, it made me angry that they were bad, but I was legitimately bored, like sitting there, like I wish I was doing something else with my
Bad.
time.
It's like not even like terrible street magic, not even like 3-card Monty, just awful, awful.
Just terrible, yeah.
You're pulling out the quarter from behind your ears, like whoa, got your nose.
It offended me. But what I was gonna say, yeah.
You want to cancel magic?
No, I love magic. That's the thing, and it offended me that they were terrible at it, and they
weren't doing their job well.
Yeah,
got it.
It was like open mic night for magic.
There's gotta be an open mic night for magic somewhere.
Yeah, it was Tuesday night at the Magic Castle. There was what I was trying to say was boredom is like a thing that I now did. Like all those times I was out in the woods or out in like Montana or the Pacific Northwest on the bus, just in the middle of fucking nowhere. We would find these campsites on freecampsites.net. Is a website that gives you a map and you can zoom in and it gives you every place around the country you can camp.
That's great.
It's user provided, so people just put them up there themselves, and other people can go back on and review them. And we're brought to you today by freecampsites.net, the non-profit organization that did not sponsor this podcast show. But you can it's really good detailed by a lot of like van life people and stuff.
Yeah.
Put it up there. But you can find some of the most amazing places in like public lands and shit that is just like, hey, there's this dirt road. It doesn't seem like you can go down it, but it's actually 5 miles long and it leads to a lake at the end of it. That's amazing.
Nice.
And you can park down there for free.
I wish I'd known about that. We would just like take a chance.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are like, oh fuck, we're running out of light. We gotta go to the next site or something. Oh fuck, this site isn't great, but we gotta make the most of it.
Yeah. No, that was especially in the West.
Yeah.
In the East, it's a lot. They'll even tell you things like
Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Sleep in there. It's like,
but some of them are good where it's like there's this lake town. There is parking at the boat ramp for overnight cars because they assume people are out on the boats and stuff.
Yeah.
But it'd be like even if you're not out on a boat, you can go park there overnight and sleep in your van or some shit. But we would go do that, be in these amazing places, and just sitting out there under the stars, I never felt bored.
Yeah.
Even though there was nothing to do, I was never had the feeling of like, oh god, there's nothing to do here.
There's also a level of exhaustion too. I feel like when you actually have to
do
so
many
all
more
that.
thoughts.
Yeah, like by the time you're done
thoughts,
eating and it's like 9:30, like, all right, well I'm fucking tired now.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. Like there's no time for boredom.
But I would sit by a fire for an hour and a half.
Oh, I love looking at fire. Yeah.
Doing absolutely nothing, just staring there. Every once in a while, think of a bit, write it down. But
what is that about staring? I guess it's a fundamental thing. Like that's why humans tame fire. It's like it's such a calming. Like, it really is like the center. Like when you light the fire at a campsite, like everyone huddles around it, everyone stares at it. For whatever reason, it's mesmerizing.
I think it's because it is the one thing that separated us from whoever else we got separated from was our love of staring at it. Our obsession with fire. Like at the time, it probably seemed like a Pornhubby type thing.
I guess every other animal immediately fucking runs. The other ones are like, oh, look at that thing. Yeah, I've never seen a pigeon take a look at really gaze down at a fire. Oh man, you're gonna burn yourself. You got some of those barbecue gloves on your fingers.
Barbecue gloves I've been growing for fucking 34 years.
How do you know when they're done? Take a chance.
The old hobo way, you just take a chance. All right, I think we're about there though.
Nice.
You can also do that too, like.
Oh, get the temperature inside.
Yeah, that's looking good.
So how many states have you been to? Which would you say is like, oh, this location on that bus trip? Because like, I love this area the most. Because you've seen most of the country at this point. At least the lower 48.
There was we went to 32, I believe.
Nice.
There was a chunk there I've been to Chicago before, but we didn't go through Illinois or Ohio. We didn't go through the Midwest, and we didn't go through like the Dakotas and Wisconsin and that upper Midwest area. But the most gorgeous stuff, I mean, Montana, Wyoming, Washington, like the Olympic Peninsula is fucking
I didn't get to go all the way out there, but that's great. I love the Oregon coast. It's phenomenal.
Oregon coast, unbelievable. The Sierra Nevadas are amazing. The desert is fucking mesmerizing.
Really, I've never been partial to the desert.
I don't care for it as far as a place to live, but it's like an acid trip just going there.
Yeah.
Like just being out there staring for as far as you can fucking see, flat. It just like makes you feel isolated in a way that like you're like makes you think about some shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
Something about the mountains for me blows my mind. Like,
yeah,
just the enormity of it. Like, you can take a photo of the mountains, but you can't really express to somebody else who hasn't been there what it's actually like.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's a picture, but that's not what it is. Like, to see it with your own eyes is pretty impressive. You see a giant mountain range?
Taco Sally, these are gonna be good.
Oh, yeah, looking good, bud.
We're gonna do, usually we sit down at the table and do the eating because of the lighting and stuff. We're just gonna fucking serve some up right here.
Who's a better cook, you or your wife?
Me.
Wow.
By far.
That was quick. Would she agree to that?
I have 20 years fucking experience in different restaurants and shit. Like I've always
I
worked
didn't know that.
in restaurants.
You're like a cook, like a line cook?
I've done line cooks, I've done waiting tables, I've done pizza restaurants, fucking
Oh shit.
every different like aspect of like it's always been a side gig,
Okay.
and I've never like devoted myself to being a chef or anything. But I have just always been in kitchens and learned how to cook.
Yeah.
I'm not anything great, but I can cook everything. I know how to do it restaurant quality.
Gotcha.
And then she's like, I know my mom's recipe. And I'm like,
Your mom's a horrible cook. I don't want it.
no, her mom's pretty fucking awesome. What's weird is her mom's cooking is she's not Jewish. Her dad's Jewish, and like she was kind of raised half Jewish. Her mom's not Jewish at all, but is the most Jewish mom. Is the most like cooks fucking an amazing what is it?
Challah bread.
No, the meat, the brisket.
Okay.
Amazing brisket. When we have Passovers there and shit, like, and also like worries about us constantly, sends us home with food every time we fucking.
That's always nice. That's always the best gift. Food.
All right.
Useful. Oh, they're whistling.
Oh yeah.
Like that blade, man.
Right? It's a newer addition to the family.
Yeah, how many knives do you got these days?
I just have two. I have a one straight blade and I have this one. And then like a couple just like pocket knives and shit. Here. It's not too hot. You take that one. I'll take the first bite so you don't have to. Yeah, I think we can wait a minute too. They might be hot.
Oh. Definitely hot. Oh, good. Good.
Does it feel all right on the inside?
It worked out.
We're good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. It is hot.
Yeah.
How do you... I got these because they were easy and cheap, the corn tortillas. What do you... I mean, the tortillas are supposed to be corn for the most part.
Yeah.
But the flour ones...
Oh, no, listen.
They're so fucking good.
Yeah, I'll find a little flour for you. I'm not curious. Whatever tastes good, man. I don't get like people complain like, oh, it's not how you should do it. It's like, well, it's not the traditional
Well, what
way.
if it's better?
Yeah, it's not the traditional way to do it. It's like, well, we're not doing traditional. It's also a good way to do it. Like, you know, just a different way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once you crack into that meat, that's good. Yeah.
Nice sauce, pork sauce.
Beef. Pull them off. They're definitely done cooking. This is an excellent time.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna finish these up here. Eric's gonna have one. We'll see if we can do the, still not get on camera this way. Here.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this will
Let me plate one for you.
blot me out.
Blotting out of space.
Yeah, my face is never in the shot for some reason. It happened on accident the first episode when we just...
They don't
Like,
want you.
love that, yeah.
You look like the fucking Wilson of
Exactly.
the podcast.
Yeah. All right. I'm Handren Seavey. This is
Randy Valerio.
Valerio. Eric Steinford signing out. Happy 4th of July.
Thanks, bud. It's great. Welcome. Whew.